The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. How can a gate look pompous? It doesn't look that bad. I mean, it does look like a little bit of a face. Hang on, I can screw my arrow. Oh, why didn't I think of that earlier with the words? That was silly. But look, eyes, nose, and it's kind of got a mouth thing going on there. See what I mean? Gotta look beyond the normal shit. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and grey plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. What do you mean? Beside that, it looks perfectly fine. I mean, it looks like an English cottage there in the back. But, I mean, you know, lovely green fields, which pretty much 75% of the populace won't be able to run on. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Kakanui with this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms. There's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It does look pretty nice for school. It almost looks like a very posh residential area. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park with a clean walkway going past trees, and the smell of fresh cut grass, and all the other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into mind. It makes me shudder. Surely that's a good thing. They're trying to save you, damn it! Oh dear. I shake them off. Stay open-minded for now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I'd say it looks like a very nice residential area. I mean, I'm not sure what this yellow thing here is and this black thing here is. Whether it actually looks like someone's slowly climbing out of the window. Apart from that, everything looks fine. I'm sure someone will soon tell me what that is. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me to catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming colour. Well, most of this is brown, to be fair. If this is painted, it's very nicely painted. But then again, it might be a photo with a filter. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? It's your first day, mate. It's what everyone feels in their first day. That's just life, right? ... Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realising why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no real life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realisation set in my head, I open the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Oh, that's the first thing you notice about a guy. A tall man. Well, he has bad posture. Not his hair colour, whether he's... Oh, right, I was about to say whether he's tall. Damn it, Christopher! Damn it! Come on, no one will notice. You must be... Nikki? Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Mutu. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the centre of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Yeah, and the lack of green. Rolls eyes. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why or yeah, of course. Right, I hasten to add that I did just play this, just to make sure it's suitable. Right? So, yeah, of course, is what I chose last time, and I don't actually know what happened from there on. You will see by the next choices. Yeah, I'm sure, I mean, isn't that normal? Yeah, of course, but not everyone likes to be the centre of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. You probably want to tell him about that, mate. I know nothing from here on in. You probably want to tell him that your heart is beating. Because last time you thought it was nervousness, and then before you know it, you're on the ground. You couldn't speak, and the only thing you could feel was your eyes. Right. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Misha opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. If you go in and people start pelting you with tomatoes, you might have a case to answer. But, you know, if they're like there and they clap politely and smile, it should be fine. Right then, come on then. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. A couple of them look angry, a couple of them look amused, and a couple of them just look normal or ditzy in the case of that girl. They don't look that bad, and I was expecting one or two on a wheelchair, and as far as I'm aware, no one is. But then again, I've only got a heart condition. Although you can see bandages on a few people. Like the girl to the right has got a bandage around her arm, and the bloke to the middle right has got something on his head. I'm hoping that's an injury, but sure. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. Where do I sit? I've just noticed there's no seating for me. Oh dear. The students' desks are just about standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look like normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? Yeah, I kind of suppose that, like him, I was expecting someone to just like go in, you see like Mr. Blobby in the back row, and he just says, oh, it was a mutation from when I was a child. But, you know, everyone seems normal. They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Who's that girl? I can't see anyone with that. Wow. There is actually no seeing for me. Oh no, there it is, right over there. And I think we have already noticed who's going to be the mischievous one. I mean, come on, I could voice act him and make him sound evil. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hand as if to make her invisible. There is one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone else so young with a cane. Oh, that was way over there. I should have been going along. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she was doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Yeah, and can I just point out, I'm pretty sure we're going to know which one the lazy one is as well. There. I mean, dear Lord. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hand and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks of this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I have a parrot at home. That's not exciting. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied with what little I said, though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while my gaze sweep across the classroom. Not very attentive is little Hisao. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to do some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can walk with Hakamichi. These names are going to drive me off the wall. She is the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How can I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow, the teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. It's going to be the girl with pink hair, isn't it? Oh, right. Hakamichi is right here. Shizune Hakamichi. Oh my god, we're going to have to start creating some nicknames for these people. Yeah, of course it is. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. What? Alright, no, we'll go along with it. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too. They've crossed out Shizune and up at Misha, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shi-chan. Aha. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her. The one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods one nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short yet carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and the dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. What odd thing for them to like alternate between. It's nice to meet you. ... Yeah, she's either deaf or can't speak or a mute. But mutes can speak and lip read. I'm not even going to try. As people see how little of this kind of knowledge I know. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a quick few gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you? I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf. I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. Okay. I'm like an interpreter. She says nice to meet you too. Oh, my mind is zipping. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right? He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student today, but we didn't know you'd be here today. So soon. He-chan, right? He-chan? Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. What does He-chan mean? He-boy? I think chan means boy or man, doesn't it? Oh, everyone will tell me in the comments, telling me what an idiot I am for thinking that it could have meant anything else. I don't really see how. It fits you just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a He-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth at each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Right. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there is anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Right. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarise yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. That sounds wrong on so many levels. Why does she look happy and she looks really pissed off? Oh dear. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Shi-chan. Okay. Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. Or you came in and met some bloke who took you straight there. I mean, it's not like you had much of a chance yourself. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-heartedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over my seat. Both of them are smiling, and that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? God. Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Oh God, she looks like Camille from Dying with Thyself. Alright. Oh, she looked at me rather weirdly. Oh, and another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Okay, so I'm He-chan and she's Shi-chan. Oh. I'm confused already. Oh, the music stopped. Ah, okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Oh, she doesn't seem to like that. Yep, Shizune is fine. Alright, no, she clearly does. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel more at ease. Both of them seem friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. I do apologise, so unprofessional. Well, she still seems like that. Just less so, I guess. She seems pissed off. Huh? Oh, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. That too. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects but being both difficult and unnecessarily long. I thought he's about to go like challenging, difficult. It was perfect. But no, unnecessarily long, just like most schoolwork ever. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. It's your first day and you have been out for 4 months. I mean, you're probably not going to know, to be perfectly honest. The clock tower bell rings, signalling the end of the period. Time for lunch. That happens every end of the period. Oh my God, that would make me want to kill someone. Yeah. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Mitu, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. So I'm gesticulating a lot with my hands, and I don't know why. I suppose it's because I want to speak in a certain manner. And to do that, I feel like I have to be like a fucking news reporter. Oh dear. I wonder if it's too spacious, so it's like easy access. Yeah, that's what I'd imagine it is. Its big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria. Oh, fuck. You know what, bugger it. I'm just calling it cafeteria from now on. I made the mistake with dying with myself. Because it's not a cafeteria, it's a cafeteria. But I just keep calling it a cafeteria, because I see that word and think, that looks Spanish. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. Right, so we've got Misha and Shizune. I should really write this down so I remember. There is a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realise that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice, it almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently, I'd rather not eat. Misha pokes at me in the side to get my attention and points at Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? Anything I could know now would be great. What? About anything. We are guides, so you should ask if there is something. I wonder. Ask about Shizune's deafness. Ask about the library. I think I've got everything to know. Why is one black and the others... Oh, right, because that's one selected. That makes sense. As you can see, I only did get to the first option last time. So, this is why nothing's ticked this time. Right, let's ask about the library. Oh yeah, is there a library in this school? Lately I've gotten a lot into reading, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, then picks up her smile again. There is, it's on the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return to my food where the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they are talking about secret girl stuff or something. They could be talking about anything. They could be talking about murdering me and just have like the smiley faces on. Just be like, yep, no, wait, no. It's fine. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence.